unless my eyes deceive me, these are not exactly the same. Then how do you say precisely? Precisely is a good word, but it's not accurately used here. The fourth factual mistake. These two are not precisely similar. There is a slight difference. Oh gosh. 4 factual mistakes. Do you remember this? Have you ever seen one before? I guess so. Not many people are familiar with this. Well, back in the day, that was the technology available to everyone, but it's not. You're asking me why I'm bringing up such a topic? Welcome to IELTS Juice. We're going to assess a report this time, and we're going to improve it, of course. The rubric says, the chart below shows the total number of minutes in billions of telephone calls in the UK divided into 3 categories from 1995 to 2002. So let's see what type of chart it is. UK telephone calls by category, we have local fixed lines, national and international fixed line, and mobiles, which pretty much covers all telephone calls. And it's from 1995 to 2002. So it's a bar chart. There are 3 different categories, and I see from 1995 to 2002. And the minutes are in billions. So for example, 60 means 60 billion minutes. Okay. This is in the past, and it's finished in the past. Which grammar tense we use when it is something in the past, started in the past, and finished in the past? You guessed it correctly again. Bravo. Past simple tense. So we have past simple tense. Also, we do not have a range of information in between. We have years. We have 1-year intervals. And for each year, we have this number. And it's not an average. It doesn't say it is an average. No, it's the total number. It's not an average. So it's the total number of calls by billion minutes in those years, or at any point in any particular year. All right. Now, let's start analyzing it. First, the type of chart is a bar chart. Second, what does it show? Well, I can see that these are the number of minutes in billions for people who made phone calls. Not just any people, UK people, I mean British people. Okay. Now, what is the focus? The focus is only in the UK, and it's in the years 1995 to 2002. How many years that is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 years. So there were 8 years. We had that survey, and here we have the information. What is significant here? One thing that I note immediately is that local fixed line is, or was, always the highest. But it had this peak here in the middle, and then it declined. For the other 2 categories, it was on the rise all the time. Whereas for the mobile, the rise started to pick up the pace here and going up, although towards the end it kind of didn't go as expected. The highest jump was from 2000 to 2001. This was the highest number of minutes called. Yeah, I do not see any other significant differences. You see, this one was gradual. You see, this one was gradual as well. Whereas this one started as a gradual increase But then suddenly we had two jumps. And from 2000 to 2001 had the highest jump. That also can be a significant point. All right, without further ado, let's look at the candidates report. All right. Okay, now that we are here, I need to see the bar chart right next to us. So let's snap not our fingers, but I'm just going to snap my finger. Okay. The bar chart illustrates how much the UK residents talked, okay, by three different types of telephone: local, fixed, line, national and international fixed line, and mobiles all calls. Okay, between 1995 and 2007. 2007? No, 2002. Oh my God, that's bad. Immediately, right at the very first sentence, we have factual mistake. This already affects task achievement a lot. So it goes down from 9 to 6 because we have inaccurate details. I cannot call it a typo or a slip. It's just very bad. This is bad. Yeah, this report has already lost three points in task achievement. Another thing, I understand that we are reporting the call types here exactly like the way they are. Maybe it would have been wise to not include them in parentheses, because as you can see now we have this double parentheses that is a bit weird. Plus, if you had to put them all in a pair of parentheses, then you might as well expand this. And you can say, which includes all calls. That's a lot better. You don't have to like copy paste everything you have in the legend here that gives information about the chart. Another good a good thing about this was that we have the type of chart available for us here. I like this. I like the word illustrate here. That shows the writer was prepared. And yes, we are talking about UK residents. So all these elements are to the point. They're very, very good elements. And units are measured in billion minutes. I don't mind present simple here. At the beginning, when you're just talking about the features of a map or a chart or a diagram, you can still use present simple, but just for a limited number of sentences and usually at the beginning. We should soon transit from present simple to past simple because all the information refers to the past. Overall, it's a good discourse marker. Local fixed line was the most popular category among others, okay, throughout the period in question. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a very good significant point. All right, now let's look at the first body paragraph. At the start of the period here, local fixed line had witnessed the highest number of minutes. Had witnessed means it witnessed things before 1995. It's past perfect. It's something that happened before something else. We don't have that information. This grammar is confusing. And this is also, sadly, another factual mistake. We don't have access to any information before 1995. Okay, the highest number of minutes talked. And I also have an issue. Local fixed line witnessed. It's, I mean, a telephone cable witnesses something. I mean, to witness something is usually a human adjective or activity, or it's a verb associated to people, not telegraph cables or telephone lines. I'm just not comfortable with the word. We could say better structures. I need to completely change the structure here. Local fixed line had witnessed. I mean, everything needs to be changed here. It's not an easy fix. This has to, the structure of the sentence needs to be completely reproduced. Number of minutes talked. The number of minutes. This is contracted relative clause. This is good grammar. The writer has some knowledge in grammatical range, in English and grammatical structures. But does it make sense? The highest number of minutes talked. The minutes which were talked with. Again, the structure is very weird. I have a hard time fixing it like this. You need, in many cases, you need to restructure the entire sentence. It's hard to say that, yes, there are minutes who talked with. It's like I am an individual and I talked to some, and minutes, I was sitting on this side of the table and minutes were sitting on the other side of the table, and I talked with minutes. That is a bit weird. Again, sometimes it might be correct. I'm not blaming this. I would have changed the entire sentence again. By approximately 72 billion minutes. Okay, you don't have to say 72. You could say 70, but there's nothing wrong with this. This is good. It increased to around 80 billion minutes and around 85 billion minutes in 1996 and 1997, respectively. Correct. In 1998, all right, we're going up step by step. This amount reached a meager less than 90 billion minutes. Meager. I don't think the writer knew the meaning of meager. That's not how it is used. Again, maybe the writer wanted to say that reached slightly or just under 90 billion minutes before it peaked. This is redundant because peak means the top already. It peaked means you are at the peak. There is nowhere higher. You don't peak at a trough. You don't, that's I mean, it's redundant. It peaked. I don't need the rest of it. Here, it peaked at exactly 90 billion minutes. Yeah, you can say exactly 90 billion minutes in 1999. Very good. The trend reversed by the following years, in the following years, to the same number in 1997. Okay, in the following years or in the following year? Because the sentence ends here, so the message is over, it's complete. I think the following year. I know the trend carried on, correct, but we could have said the trend reversed in the following years, and in 2000 it was the same number as there was in 1997. In 2001, in the comma, before the here, the number of local fixed line was the same as that of 1996. Yes, correct. And the final year, in the comma before and, 2002, another comma here. It reached the lowest number like the number at the beginning of the given period. Okay. Okay. It could have been written in a better way. We went up step by step and we went down step by step. We already spent a lot of time and words in this report to just report one element. One, the other two are left. Despite the changes, comma, local fixed line was the most popular category in a what? 7-year period? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's elementary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there are 8 years, not 8 categories, but 8 years in this category. Weird. Why 7? That's also the third factual mistake. Why? Oh my God. We're almost done, and we only reported one bar chart so far, local fixed line. National and international fixed line, this is the second one. Here, this one, slightly grayish, more grayish one. Experienced a gradual increase. Yeah, this is an adverb, and this is a noun. We need an adjective for a noun. Rising, this is good. I mean, I love the control for the grammatical structures. The writer is intelligent, is knowledgeable, has a command over the English language, specifically grammatical structures and advanced grammatical structures. But why factual mistakes are here and there? Rising from less than 40 billion, correct, minutes in 1995 to precisely, it's a good word, 60 billion, okay, minutes in both years, 2001 and 2002. I mean, unless my eyes deceive me, these are not exactly the same. Then how do you say precisely? Precisely is a good word, but it's not accurately used here. The fourth factual mistake. These two are not precisely similar. There is a slight difference. Oh gosh. 4 factual mistakes. 60 billion minutes in both years, 2001 and 2002. Likewise, comma, there was an upward trend for mobiles. Okay, we started this paragraph for you that you want a 9, you want an 8 at your task 1 report. This paragraph doesn't have a proper topic sentence. The paragraph starts by just focusing on one element. In the middle of the paragraph, we realize that, oh, by the way, there's another item, which is totally different from national and international fixed lines. It's about mobile phones, mobile phone calls. And then here it is. That is not good paragraphing. We either needed to start another paragraph, a new paragraph, and focus on mobiles or mobile phone calls, or in the introduction, we needed to say something that will cover the entire paragraph and say the other two also had, or not also, the other two elements, or the remaining elements increased in the given period. And then we stop it here. We start by looking first at national and international fixed line and then mobile phone calls. There was an upward trend for mobile cell calls. The category considerably increased to almost fourfold at about 4 billion minutes. The category considerably increased to almost fourfold at about 4 billion minutes. From about 4 billion minutes, I guess it's this one, to around 4.4 billion minutes from 1995 to 2000. You call this 4.4? It's almost 44. And it didn't go up fourfold. Fourfold, 4 times 4 is 16. It goes from 4 to 44. That's 4 times 11. It went up 11-fold. The fifth factual mistake. Oh my gosh. I can't take it anymore. 238 words. Now let's look at the band descriptors, and apologies for a small technical issue here. It's only for a couple of minutes. So task achievement, it doesn't go any higher than 5 because of 5 factual mistakes. We had inaccurate details, inappropriate words and structures, and also one of the 3 bar charts was addressed very well actually, step by step in one big paragraph, but the other 2 were in a smaller paragraph, and they basically received only 1 sentence each, or maybe 2, and that's it. So that means we generally addressed the task. We didn't give each element a proper development. As for coherence and cohesion, yeah, the referencing was basically okay. I didn't see any issues in referencing. The issues were in paragraphing, as you saw, and also in the cohesive devices and the transition between some sentences. I just forgot to tell you that the overview was fine. The sentences telling me the significant points of this chart was really nice. I mean, nice in a way that I totally understood the framework of the entire rubric. But yeah, that's just about it. It doesn't get any higher than 5 because of other elements, 6 because of these 2 elements, and vocabulary mistakes, misleading, giving us factual mistakes, grammar mistakes that led to some confusion. In both cases, we had confusion in a way that was misleading. Any factual mistake is bad. The root of the factual mistake might be lexical or grammatical, it doesn't matter. In either case, it is bad and it's confusing. So 5.5, if you wish to see the improved version of this report, look at the description below, and there is a link that will guide you to the dedicated page on the IELTS Juice website where you can actually see the assessment here with more information and the video and the original report, plus down below you will find the improved version of it. I hope you'll give it a try, and in the following days I hope I'll be assessing your report, or maybe you wish to submit an essay, your choice, whichever it is. I hope they are going to be very good representatives of your knowledge. On that note, I wish you a lovely day ahead. Take care.